YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate taking time to click on the video today. If you're new or just haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, leave a comment. What is our record at the end of this year? Now, before you leave the comment, you could probably cheat, watch the episode, see how it goes. Maybe we get it off to a slow start, that different type of stuff. But remember, this is going to turn into a little bit different of a series. We are no longer going game by game. As I record this, the next game comes out in less than a month. The new game comes out in less than a month. So we're going to try to speed this up, see if we can get to 5 stars. I explained why I was worried that we're not going to in the last episode or 2 episodes ago, so go ahead and check that out if you want that explanation. The other thing, too, is this one's starting to drag on a little bit. It's one of those that I've really been dedicated to. It's been so long. So we are going to start doing playing the moments and different things like that. I'm going to be pretty picky with the moments, so I don't know how many games we're going to get through. But that's going to be what it looks like. So this is going to start to turn into the other 2 series that I have in the relegation promotion one with Kennesaw State, and the coordinator to legendary coach that we are currently doing right now as well. So we're going to be doing playing the moments and different things like that. Now, before we get started, I made a rookie mistake. I finished my schedule and we advanced a week without setting up a recruiting board. So once we get to the bye week, I'll show you. Now, luckily it didn't hurt too much. Now, the depth of the class isn't going to be there, but that's okay. We don't really need depth to the class. We have a lot of young talent that are redshirted, that are freshman redshirts that we have been recruiting over the past couple of years that are going to step up and do just fine. We don't need a big 5-star recruit that's ready to play, those different types of things. We don't see very many of them come through the program as is. So we're going to be okay for this year, next year, and the following year, which is probably all we're going to be able to see anyway, to be quite honest with you, with, again, College Football 26 coming out here on July 10th. So without further ado, let's hop into our first game. We get a ranked opponent in Stanford. They get to come to St. Paul. Defense showed up this year to play. First play of the game, they get an interception to set up the offense here inside the red zone. We got PJ Takeoff and Selvia in the backfield yet again this year. And we are going to give it to PJ Takeoff, who's already wear and tear. That's odd. Have we even touched the ball yet? We get a new look. We get a different backup running back in Boyd. Robert wanted to transfer because of playing time. Touchdown, Vipers, TD for the TE. And with that, we don't get the dramatic pause after that, and we get to hop right back in on offense. We are in a 3rd and 10 situation. Stanford did not score. We scored again, though. It is 14-0. Selvia, tried to thread the needle there. Just a tough pass. Pretty bad decision on my part. We go down and score yet again. Stanford does answer back finally to make it 21-7. We are now under 2 minutes. We get another 3rd and 10 situation. There's a lot of receivers that I don't recognize. Oh, that's picked. That's a pick 6. Come on, PJ. Come on, PJ. Oh, what a horrible decision by me. That one's totally on me. They didn't score, though. The defense is playing out of their right minds today. 21-7. They did press, and they did couldn't find the first down there. Keep the drive alive. I love this. I love this. All right. Nice little crossing route early to Tobias to get the first down. Lee Sevilla's playing pretty well. Doesn't have a bunch of yardage, but he does have 3 touchdowns. He has that horrible pick that I threw, so really not anything of his fault, and I just messed up the Mike linebacker. But we're able to get the first down. It worries me that PJ Takeoff is already just riddled with this wear and tear. The one thing I hope, and I mean, obviously there's some other things that I want them to look at and change, which I've heard from content creators that they listened a lot as we are knocking on the door at the 2-yard line, to content creators and players and different things on the new game, things they want changed, things that need to be fixed, that different type of stuff. That there's a lot of changes that were talked about by these big influencers on the game. So and one of them I know was wear and tear. As we get stuffed yet again, what is happening? I've said a lot. I love the wear and tear idea. It's a real thing, right? You don't want people to be able to take 32 carries a game every game of the year and not have any effect down the road, right? So as we punch it in for another touchdown. Sorry, I'm on this rant and I need to finish it. So first time we get to play as the defense, and everybody is riddled. Holy, Cano's even hurting. We're going to take a deep shot. This should be intercepted. It is. Henry with the pick. The sophomore. Can we whizzle our way through? We cannot. But we do get another interception today. Defense is playing super well. All right, get this thought out. I think wear and tear is a good idea. It needs to be tuned, though. PJ Takeoff, 1 carry, his shoulder is severely hurt. I hit the wrong button. I literally hit the wrong button. Oh my Lord. That's 2 horrible interceptions by me today. But our defense yet again gets the stop. They eventually get the ball back, and they do end up scoring. But it's 28-14. They're going onside kick here with 2:44 left. We're just going to go down. So, wear and tear. Wear and tear, I think, is a great idea. I do think it needs to be tuned, though. I truly do. All right, here we go. We got to stop messing around here. Let's lock in on the game. Stop complaining about wear and tear. All right, that's the first down. This is a 2-minute timeout. 3rd down alert. They are out of timeouts. We're going to send Duke on a deep route, see if we can get a cheap touchdown here. We can't. And we're going to stop the clock. We'll kick this field goal, though. Should be pretty easily in the range of our kicker, who has a pretty big lead. Oh no, I yanked it. Okay, it's still gonna go in. It's gonna be 31-14. If the defense plays as well as they have all day, that's gonna be the final. So 31-14. 21 quick points in the first quarter, and then the offense slows down. But it really started with the defense giving us turnovers, giving us great field position. Sevilla, don't look at the 2 picks. Those are 2 horrible picks by me. 27 carries for 84 yards for PJ. Not a very efficient day. 27 carries is crazy. Boyd got into the end zone that one time. Duke 4 for 114 and a touchdown. Caps 2 for 59 and 1 touchdown. Robert 1 for 9 and with 1 touchdown, as you saw on the field. Now, you don't see a whole lot of people that we've been throwing to over the last couple of years. Robert's the only one. So it's going to be interesting to see who develops into Sevilla's favorite target, especially in Sim. Cano, I mean, he's not the top 2 highest rated linebackers anymore, but he just is instinctual. He plays really well, and it showed. 8 tackles to lead the team. The sophomore stud linebacker came in at 5 tackles, 4 for Blunt, 4 for Dye. A lot of different tacklers today. 1 tackle for loss for Blunt and Hardy. Sacks, none to be seen, but we picked him off 4 times. You saw Henry get the one when we were playing on defense. Mike Mercer, the junior corner, got one. Sean Beebe, the senior corner, got one, as well as the sophomore Fabian Adai, free safety as well. So defense played super well. Offense put up points, mainly thanks to the defense, but they were able to sustain some drives. All right, week 2. We have Mankato State. We're traveling to Mankato, and we take on the in-state rivals. After a great performance last week by the defense, they are in trouble here against the Mavericks as the Mavericks get their first offensive possession of the year. And we get a sack. Is that Boogie Gooch? I think it is. He gets a sack on 3rd down, and we are going to get a first quarter drive. See what we can do against this Maverick defense. Obviously, their first game, so they're probably juiced up, ready to go. And they get to play a ranked opponent, not only a ranked opponent, but a top 2 team in the nation. They get to do that at home in their opener. They've been waiting all summer for this, but they're going to give up a huge touchdown. Sylvia to Caps. Touchdown, Pipers. That might not be Bell, but Caps is going to cap a lot of touchdowns this year for the Pipers. Defense looks to get a stop yet again. Looks like it is a little bit of a defensive stalemate there. We are in the second quarter. We are down at the 3-yard line. PJ Takeoff lowers his head. Can't quite get into the end zone. He's not getting his truck animation as much as he used to. Kind of taking the fun out of using him, to be honest with you. So, I'm just kidding. PJ Takeoff takes off to the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers, to make it 14-0. And we get a 3rd down here for our offense. Is Caps going to outrun him? He is. Oh, Caps is going to be so fun. Caps another touchdown for the Pipers, 21-0. Sylvia just trusted him in the fact of throwing it out to him. He was going to outrun the defense, and that's exactly what he did. The Mavericks answer with a touchdown of their own. Make it 21-7. We are in a position to score yet again down here in the red zone. We just hit the 2-minute timeout. Come on, punch this thing in. Find the crease. Oh, what a cut by PJ Takeoff as he gets into the end zone yet again for the 2nd time today. And we give up a touchdown before half. What is our defense right now? They played so well last week against a ranked opponent. Robert is not going to get into the end zone. I thought he was going to run over the player, but as he went to truck, he stepped out of bounds first. Tough. We want him to have a big year. He wanted to transfer out, but we told him no. He wanted to transfer because of playing time. He's our starting tight end. He has been for the last 3 years. We're going to decline that offside so we get into the end zone. Boyd finds the end zone yet again. And it is going to be 35-14. Defense, let's not give up any more points, huh? The game's out of control. I don't want to stop them on a 4th down when it looked like it was a 4th and forever. 3rd and 9 here. We're going to get the ball to Robert on a tight end screen and see if he can make a play here. He gets 6. Asking him to get 9 on that play is kind of outrageous, to be quite honest with you. And that's going to be the end of the game. We did score towards the end again, 42-14. So Mavericks put up a huge fight in the second quarter, but just not enough to top the 2nd-ranked team in the nation. Sylvia, 10 for 16, wasn't really asked to throw the ball a whole lot. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, which isn't ideal. 19 attempts for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns for Takeoff. Sylvia ran 10 times for 81 yards as well. Caps, he rushed the ball 2 times for 62 yards and a touchdown. What? All right. This man is just racking up the yards. What did he have? He had 62, and receiving he had 130. This man had 192 yards and 3 touchdowns today. Good Lord. Robert 5 for 65. Boyd had 1 for 1 on the Wildcat. Olshansky had 1 for 15. Duke had a drop. You don't want to be in the stats for that. That's for sure. Tackling Adai, Kamar, and Mercer, all with 6. Verrier, Gooch had 5. Henry with 4. Verrier had 2 tackles for loss. Gooch and Mercer with a tackle for loss apiece. Boogie Gooch, 4.5 sacks. Verrier chips in with 1. Donnerson had 1. And Cano shared that 5th sack with Gooch. No interceptions today. Did we force any fumbles? We did not. So no turnovers from the defense today, but only holding them to 14 points, all in the second quarter. Another good showing for the Pipers. All right, game 3. We host UCLA, who is 0-2 in non-conference games. Don't know who they played. We don't really care. We need to take care of business on our home field for the first Big Ten game of the year. Another rainy day here in Minnesota. We had a rain game last week in Mankato. We try to step up on 3rd down, and we take a sack. We're going to end up having to punt off of that drive. Again, we were talking about how they're 0-2, but that doesn't mean anything. They're a Big Ten school. We need to be able to take care of business here. We're going to step up yet again. We're going to get sacked again. Nobody is getting open in this weather. I don't know what is happening. But we got to figure it out. Cap's going to be short. It's going to be a turnover. I mean, we just have nothing going right now offensively. They are going to be in a position to punch in for the first points here at home. This is unacceptable. Coach Chief Tummy Tuck's got to get the guys going. They try to run the ball on 3rd and 8. What are they doing? We break a huge play after that. The defense sparks the offense on a huge play by stopping them down in their zone, our zone, getting a stop, and then we go and score immediately. And now we are back in a position where we have a chance to score. PJ Takeoff trying to bounce it outside, cannot do so.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
Nope, that's not it. All right, 2nd and 12.
He's looking to throw.
We're gonna get sacked again. Ball's on the ground. Lee Sevilla turns it over yet again. He has been a turnover machine here early in the year. Something that we just cannot afford to have, especially when we play big-time games like we have coming up next week. We hate to overlook a team, but right now we're playing like we are. We are playing like we are. We have Penn State coming to the house next week, and it's looking like the boys are ready for them and overlooking UCLA, which, again, we just cannot do. I mean, we've had a lot of success, but we're not talented good enough to do that. We need to take care of business each and every week, and PJ Takeoff is taking the load of it right now. He is running the ball. He is catching the ball. This is the senior leadership that we need. Time management is kind of sketchy right now as there's only 12 seconds left. I did not realize that it was that late in the first half when we took over. It's going to be 8 seconds left. We're going to have time for about 1 or 2 more deep shots here. They are pressuring Olshansky. He does have pretty good release, so we'll see. They do keep a guy over the top. PJ Takeoff is going to turn up the field. 2 seconds left. We're going to have to settle for a field goal. Horrible time management by myself. I'll take the blame on that one. Wasn't paying attention to what the time was, but we do have a 10-7 lead going into the half. We get the ball on a turnover. It is still 10-3, not 10-7, and that's still the score. So offenses are really struggling today, which is not a good look for us as the number 2 team in the nation is struggling with UCLA. Again, like I mentioned, they are a Big Ten school, right? They've had They've been in the Big Ten for this is their 4th year now. So they're getting Big Ten recruits, and they've been competing against Big Ten schools for the last 4 years. So we just got to make sure that we take care of business. We don't have recruits on campus. We just need to come away with the win. Stay clean. The weather is a factor, not an excuse, a factor. PJ Takeoff is now trucking everybody, and I love to see it. It is going to bring up 3rd down, though. We still got one more play to take care of. We're going to run the stretch to the short side. Receiver crashes down the corner. Touchdown, Pipers. That gives us a little breathing room. Defense does their job getting a stop. Offense is back down in the red zone. We're going to have Roberts sneaking out of the backfield. Nope. We're going to have, okay, guess we didn't have anything. What? Great play by the defense. They hand it off really well. Okay, Olshansky on the outside. What do we get? Can't see. This time we get Robert. He's going to juke at the 3. Going to fall ahead to the 2. Not able to get into the end zone. The end zone has been evading him, it feels like. But he is being productive. Last year it felt like he kind of disappeared a little bit. As PJ Takeoff with the spin move to find the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers. As I was saying, Robert kind of disappeared last year. Not really many big plays from him. His speed didn't seem to be a factor, but I mean, we had Traquan Bell, who was unreal last year. So, not all the fault of Robert. He's going to throw it at Cano, and the user lurk on 4th down gets the turnover. Offense gets the ball back at the 11. Looks like they got the ball back again on the short field. They're going for it on 4th down. Are they actually going to run this? No way, right? They sure are. Hardrick going through all the traffic, and he brings them down, and that is going to be the game. Ugly game, but 24-3. Defense again played super well. So that's all we can ask for. We got to just make sure we find ways to win. 16-22 for Sevilla, 1 touchdown, no picks. He did have that fumble though, which was really frustrating. 23 attempts, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. He fumbled today as well. Duke 6 for 137 and a touchdown. PJ Takeoff 5 for 81. Robert 2 for 27. Caps only 2 for 18 today. So Duke was the guy today, as the freshman pair are looking really, really good on the outside. Defensively, Boogie Gooch, 7 tackles to lead the team. You don't see the left end doing that very much. Daryl Hardrick, the sophomore stud middle linebacker with 5 tackles. The sophomore stud free safety with 5 tackles. Adai and Blunt with 4 apiece. Tackles for loss, Freeman, Hardrick, Donnerson, Gooch, and Verrier all had 1. Boogie Gooch again, a multi-sack game, 20-20. 2.5 sacks. Steve Freeman, a freshman, gets in a sack, and Verrier shares a sack with Boogie Gooch. And we knew Cano got one, but Blunt also got a interception today. He's also a sophomore. So, as I was mentioning before, when we messed up the recruiting process, we have young guys that are playing, that are producing, that are going to be here for a while. So, we are in good hands. All right, last game of the episode. Can't get much bigger than this. Number 8, Penn State traveling to St. Paul to take on the number 2, Hamline Pipers. We have 2 big recruits coming in today, so win is huge.
Okay, ready?
What is this weather in Minnesota? This is the 3rd straight Minnesota game with rainfall. Sevilla is going to scramble. Is he going to get there? He's going to be just short. Not quite enough.
That's what I love about this.
But
just got good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing.
all right, here we go. Sending Keene up the seams. He's not going to win. Robert's going to win on the crossing route, though. Spin move. Robert, he's still going to be short of the first down, but what a play on 4th and short. We hit Robert running away from the linebacker, and he gets us down to the 3-yard line. We come out in the daunting Wildcat formation, and we are going to get Boyd, and it's going to be a holding penalty. Olshansky with the hold on the outside. It's going to erase the early touchdown for the Pipers, and it's going to make it 1st and goal from the 13-yard line. All right, he's going to pick up about half of what he just gave up with the holding penalty. Gets us to 2nd and goal from the 8. Keene, he's going to find the end zone. That's crazy. That's not Robert finding the end zone as a tight end. That's Keene, and we give up a huge pass play for a touchdown to tie the game. 7-7 here, 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We're going to get sacked. We're waiting for takeoff to break, and it just took a little bit too long. Blitz got home. We're going to go underneath, try to pick up as much as we can. It's going to turn into 3rd and 1. Or sorry, 3rd and 11, not 3rd and 1. Caps. He beat him. And it should be a roughing the passer either way, but we make the catch, and that is going to be a huge play on 3rd and 11. We're going to decline that penalty, and we're going to take the ball. Oh, just kidding. We're going to accept it. It's going to tack on yards, huh? All right. I didn't know that happened. All right. Huge play there, and the penalty gets us to 1st and goal. PJ Takeoff slides through a tackle, gets down to the 3-yard line. Big Ten football down here. We get 3 plays to score a touchdown from the 3-yard line, and it only takes 1. PJ Takeoff takes off into the end zone to take the lead. 14-7 for the Pipers. Defense looks like they're staying clean, giving up some pretty big plays, but other than that, not letting them score off of it. It looks like they have to take out the field on a short field after a turnover by the offense. We're going to run with the tight end. We're going to get home. Boogie Gooch with the sack. Great coverage by the secondary on that particular play. The quarterback had nowhere to go. We're going to throw it out to the running back. We got him on a string, and it only picks up about a yard, and it is now going to be 3rd and 14. Crowd's really getting into it. It's going to be a screen pass, but he can't even get it off. It's another sack by the D-line. Jaden Hardy, the sophomore, gets home, and they're going to have to kick the field goal. This is going to be about a 31-yard field goal. Should be a pretty easy kick for the kicker, but the weather might affect it. It doesn't get through the uprights. It is 14-10. 2-minute drill. Let's go get some points before the half.
1st and 10. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, making a throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket.
Playmaker, cross-body throw. Robert wide open. He's going to make a spin to the middle. He still can't sniff the end zone, man. Oh, I thought that spin move was going to make it so he could beat both players and he would find the end zone, but he just cannot get that monkey off his back at the beginning of this year. We're going to try to scramble with Sylvia. That linebacker must be playing a spy on him, which is kind of crazy. I don't think he runs a whole lot. At least we don't run with him a whole lot. Maybe the computer runs with him a lot more than we do. As I say that, I try to step up yet again. You know what? You're right. I do try to step up with him a lot. Great scouting report by Penn State. Even I didn't know I did it as much as I did it. Keene got caught up in the traffic, but it's not going to stop him from finding the end zone again. TD for the TE2, and that's his second of the day. The Pipers extend the lead to 21-10 here before the half. We get the ball to start, don't do anything with it, but the defense does a great job of stopping them from doing anything when they got the ball back, and we are down in the red zone here. 3rd and 8. This guy's wide open. Tobias wide open. He's going to be just short. We don't take points here. PJ takeoff, going to pick up the first down. 13 for 71 today. Pretty efficient comparative to what he has been doing, to be honest with you. He's been having to get like 20-some carries for 80-some yards, so he's been a little bit more efficient today. Try touch pass, they are all over that. No doing there. All right, come on, Robert. This is your time, man. There it is. TD for the TE. He finally gets into the end zone. Robert for the Pipers, and that's going to extend the lead even more. And they are going for it here early in the fourth quarter, down 18, right around midfield, so not like a crazy desperate move, even though it is a pretty decent amount of yardage, and Hardick reads that like a book. And the Pipers get the ball back up 28-10. The offense did literally nothing with that. They get the ball back and go for it on 4th down again. I accidentally skip it, so we don't get to see what happened, but we get the ball back. So we can assume... Oh, that's picked. Oh, thank goodness that it was a horrible throw. That was going to be a pick. Man. Not able to break free on those. We beat the press, but we had to try to fit it in before the safety, and it obviously didn't end up working. So, 3rd and 7. I hit the wrong button. Are we going to get bailed from another? What? What? Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's punch this thing in. We got recruits on campus, and that is going to make it 35-10, and it makes it almost impossible to ruin the blowout win, as we're up 18 now. And blowouts are 17 points. So, 4 minutes left. Still a lot of time, first of all. So, we still got to make sure that we are taking care of business. Sylvia, hurry up, please. God. Now the offense something they didn't like about what they saw there. Want to make an adjustment for this critical down. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. How do we not get open there? They literally commit run and we can't get by them. All right, well, blowout loss gone. 34-23. Is the final score. It is a win over a ranked opponent. I don't think that plays into the recruiting. It should, first of all. I think it should. Not oh, it's the same level opponent. No. If they're ranked, it should be a little bit extra boost. But we get the job done. 34-23. The sim is just crazy. If we were in the game, it would. I mean, if we played the whole thing like we did in the rest of the series, this wouldn't have been even close. 19-30, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Sevilla with 257 yards. 21 for 114 and 2 touchdowns for Takeoff. Caps, 4 catches There's 3 guys with 4 catches. Caps had 69 yards. Olshansky 34 yards. Robert 103 yards with a touchdown. Duke had 3 catches for 29. 2 for Keene and 13 yards, but 2 touchdowns for him. Tackles, look at the spread of these tackles. There's not a whole lot of them either. Kamar led the team with 4 tackles, Gooch with 3, Adai also with 3, Hardy and Verrier with 3 as well. Tackles for loss, 2 for Boogie Gooch, 1 for Blunt, Hardy, and Adai. Sacks, 4 of them in total, 2 from Verrier, 1 from Hardy, and Gooch also gets in on the sack party with 1. We get 1 interception by Daryl Hardrick, which we thought was going to end the game, but you know EA Sim, not going to happen. But that is a ranked win, a top 10 win, nonetheless, at home in the rain again in Minnesota. And that is going to be the episode. We will see if we end up getting the recruit that was on campus for the Penn State game. It should blow open the doors for that. We also have another game that's going to happen next episode that is going to be huge on the recruiting trail as well. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you watching the videos. It is greatly appreciated as always. I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.